I know you probably clicked this video thinking, what the hell is he talking about, destroying myself? Well, let me get to that. But before I do, I just want to say the community Discord server just finished. It's not complete, but it's looking really nice. So for those who were waiting to join, it's now up. The whole subscription system I just changed, completely revamped. The revamp isn't complete, it's not complete either, but the revamp has started. If anybody knows how to create or moderate a Discord server, let me know on Discord or Instagram. I'll put both of those links already in the description. You go to my link tree. But yeah, so let's get into it. Here are the things that you're doing right now that is destroying yourself, and if you don't do it, if you don't stop now, it'll probably be too late for you to, I mean, it's really never too late, but you'll definitely see there are things that you can't change later on in life if you continue doing the bad things you're doing right now. Number one, I was just on the run. You know what, we'll go into that after, since I just said that. Run, exercise. If you're not at least getting 30 minutes of exercise, I'm talking 7 days a week. All right, 7 days a week, 365. If you get sick, then it's understandable, but you always should be exercising because we are beings of water. Most of our body is made out of water, right? So therefore, you should follow the rules of water, right? Water is a constantly moving object, and that's when it has its most power. So if you're not moving your body around a lot, then you're neglecting that power. Like let me show you, all the fat that's like here on the average person, if there's a lot of it here, that means you're not using a lot of your energy, because all the fat on your body is stored up energy that is waiting to use, or for waiting for like to be used up. It's reserves, and if too many of those reserves, then that's a problem, because it'll obviously cause you health problems. Like there's like a amount of fat you should have, a certain percentage. So my second thing, which coincides with exercising, is your diet. I looked into this myself after watching a video on how to maintain a decent diet for someone who exercises pretty frequently and pretty intensively. The recommendation was to ultimately skip breakfast and not eat till noon, and that is called intermittent fasting. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I'll put a photo up over to the side of what it is, because I normally do that with whenever I say a term that I don't exactly know how to describe correctly. But so you fast for the first 6 hours that you wake up, assuming you wake up at 6 o'clock, as most people should. So this is for people who obviously exercise a lot, but you would consume 2 scoops of protein powder every 2 hours, and that's about, it's supposed to be majority of your protein is getting consumed with water throughout the morning, and then at noon you eat a decent meal, and then you go work out finally, and then after that you eat another decent meal to, you know, help your body recover faster, and then you go to sleep for a good amount of time. Should be like 11 to 6, 10 to 5, somewhere around that times. 7 8 hours of sleep. It's a good amount for your body to rest completely, and then you would just repeat that cycle for the whole year. Now you can take some days off and eat, 3 meals a day, or eat a lot more in the afternoon, or eat a lot in the morning and then eat less in the afternoon, and then quite a bit at night. I personally don't recommend eating a lot at night because it'll keep you up longer, and it's just a lot for your body to digest. If I eat a lot past the time of 7, I'm going to be awake till 11 to 12 digesting that food. So I definitely don't recommend you eating past 7. And intermittent fasting is not for everyone. Let me just say, this is what I've researched into. Some people, what it can do, if you're not good at self-control, you'll do the beginning morning fasting, and then you'll start eating a lot more after lunch. So from 3 o'clock on, you'll start eating a whole lot more than you should, just because you feel like you should make up for the skipping that you did in the morning. And that's not what you're supposed to do, because the whole point of intermittent fasting is to not consume as much, so your body can consume the extra fat that you have on your body, and use that as its nutrition, like its energy, not nutrition, but it burns your fat instead of consuming more to create more fat. So creating more unnecessary fat to burn, when you can just burn the unnecessary fat that you have on you. Number 3, I've been recommending this for months. I'm talking 5+ months or more. Stop watching pornography, bro. It literally destroys your mind, okay? It teaches you all of it is not even real, bro. It teaches you things, it's not even, you shouldn't even be learning from it, to be honest, but it'll teach, especially younger guys, to do things that you're not supposed to do, and it just puts a really bad mental image on how the whole situation goes through when you actually grow up and you do it. People who watch it a lot, they can't hold eye contact. You can't have a conversation with a girl because you've had all these sexual thoughts about them before, like not the girl specifically, but like sexual thoughts about women. You can't see a woman not sexually, and that's really not a good thing, because you need to be able to have the confidence to go up to the opposite gender and communicate, because especially if you want to become, a high value person where you have all these connections with people around the world, in case you're in a situation and there's a woman who's pretty high in another country, you need to get papers pushed, then you contact her, because you met her at a party, on a yacht, and you've exchanged contact information in case of emergencies or for a meeting another time. And if you can't talk to people of the other gender, then you're not able to make those connections that are pretty important and vital for the future. So the last thing, and honestly another really important thing, go outside. Like, you see me, I was just doing sprints back and forth on this hill in the sun, absorbing sunlight, especially on this really sunny day. Right now I'm in the shade, so the lighting doesn't really mess up my face, but I looked it up. If you get this app called I forgot, something Global Sun Smart or something like that, it'll tell you the exact UVs that are out right now. And most people's houses, if you go in your room and you check the UV lighting in your room, it'll be like negative 5 or something, and that's really low, like -5 to -1. And then you go outside on that average day, it'll give you 1 to 2. If it hits the 3 mark, it says you should probably put on some sun protection, but really you should go outside and absorb sunlight, because especially in the morning when you're just waking up, it gives you natural vitamin D, and it's been researched in the past that humans have the tendency to be in the sunlight, have more energy in the morning or throughout the day, because the sun is a natural source of energy, and our bodies run off of that. Plants grow off of sunlight, so it would make sense that us being humans who also have cells in our bodies just like them, our cells would absorb that and use it as nutrients to help fuel us throughout the day. So because we're basically plants, what they do is they either die and they give back to the earth, or they produce and they give to the animals that give back to the earth after dying. Plants give us, and we produce feces, and we use our feces for compost and all of that. Especially if you're a gamer or somebody who works inside a lot, make sure you at least go outside for 10 to 20 minutes every single day, like 10 minutes when you get home, and the sun should hopefully be out, especially if you're financially independent and you're making your own money. You can go outside and you can go outside as much as you want to. You can do your work outside on the front porch or something, and you get your sunlight. That's really important. And my mother, when we were back in lockdown, she would take vitamin D and just make sure she tries to get as much sunlight as possible, because we were inside most of the day. And what happened with her, this is my warning to you, make sure you watch how much vitamin D, if you take that and you go outside, because she actually got really sick from apparently having too much vitamin D in her system when she went to the doctor. So make sure you just be careful with that. And with that is all I have for today. I hope you guys apply what I've said in this video to your own life and you better yourself before things start going downhill. Because to be honest, I've been living everything I've said in this video, I've been already applied to my life, and it's gone a lot better in the past year. That being that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or wonderful evening. I post these at 5, so not in the morning. And yeah, peace out.